morning, everybody. Welcome to Tedi Unscripted. And it's a very special episode. We are doing it on a Monday today because I have a very special guest who I'm super excited to introduce. And if you've been watching the cafe shows or anything we produce, you've seen her on a few times. But I wanted to get a different side of her. And this is Alana Schur, our new reigning, well, not new, but our reigning Miss St. Petersburg 2020. And I think we have her on the line. Yes. Hi, Alana. Can you hear me?
Hey, Teddy, how are you?
Good. How are you? Oh, it's so nice to see you. Like, you look beautiful in your crown and dress, but it's so nice to see you. I'm like looking up at the TVs in like a normal shirt. Like, you look
Yeah, it
good.
feels good to relax.
So, what's been going on? I know we've been talking a lot about the philanthropy you do and everything you do with the Miss America competition, but I wanted to talk about what you and I had talked about with how they're trying to change the image of how people see the competition and how people see how they judge people.
So, as you said, yes, I'm now Miss St. Petersburg 2020, which means I have the opportunity to compete for the job of Miss Florida, which is this August. But I haven't always been a pageant girl, and I know that sometimes there's a lot of stereotypes and preconceived ideas on what a pageant girl tends to be like and
Yeah,
how you
there
really get
definitely
wrapped up
is.
and started into something like this. So, I think it's just Miss 2.0. The competition rebranded in 2018, and the focus has really been stripping away the prettiness and the beauty beyond winning a crown and sash. So, no longer judging on physical appearance and really tuning in and focusing on the intellect, the education, the scholarship, the service, because that's truly the hard work that all these talented young women are working so hard at to do this title and this job. So that it's focusing more on what's been going on, but recognizing that it's more inclusive and that you don't have to be pretty in order to do this job.
That's amazing. And you said that it was the Miss Florida or current Miss America as a scientist, right?
Yes, so our current 2020 Miss America right now, her name's Camille Schreier, and she, like myself, was never involved with the Miss America organization. And when swimsuit was taken out of the competition and this 2.0 idea came about, she realized that for her talent, she wanted to show off her skill set as a Virginia Tech grad and as a scientist and show off STEM. And so she went on that stage and she did a science demonstration, which, I mean, how cool is that to be able to say that our current
Yeah.
Miss America right now is a scientist and a scientist can be Miss America?
That's amazing. And oh, I didn't know that. So they took out the swimsuit competition. What else did they take out, change around? That's crazy. Because that's like a
So
defining point.
it is an extremely defining point because we're celebrating 100 years this year of Miss America being around. So yeah, it's part of American culture and history. And the way it started up in the 1920s was as a bathing suit competition to bring about tourism in at the Boardwalk Hall of Atlantic City. And so it happened after
Oh,
Labor Day. It was a big tourist attraction. It started off small, and throughout time, it's grown to much more than that. Years later, it incorporated as the pageant that included talent as part of its system. It's remained as a nonprofit organization that partners with Children's Miracle Network. And so there's a lot of factors that differentiate the Miss America organization from lots of other pageant systems out there. And so while we've taken away swimsuit in 2018, what you'll find today if you watch a Miss America competition is every candidate has a private interview behind the scenes off stage, a 10-minute personal interview where they sit down with the judges and they talk about their resume that they filled out, their social initiative paperwork that explains their service and what they've done and what they plan to do in this job. And then on stage, competition includes an on stage question that relates back to that interview to show the audience a little insider's view on more about the candidate, as well as the talent portion, which is 90 seconds, and what they've now called as your red carpet wear. So you still have a little taste of that glamour of coming out and owning that stage and showing off your own personality and style.
that's
So, and that's really
amazing.
a wrap-up short version of what you'd watch on TV today.
That's absolutely amazing because that is so. It makes it feel more inclusive because you never want to say, oh, real woman, because every woman's a real woman, no matter where or what you look like, come from, whatever. But it lets, at least in my opinion, and you obviously know more about it than I do, but it lets the competition be more inclusive to different body types, different backgrounds, any type of different woman. Like you said, a scientist. I never would have thought of a scientist competing in a Miss America contest. I mean, that's absolutely insane to me. It makes it feel so much more accessible and less like the, Victoria's Secret fashion show. You can never achieve that. You're never going to reach it, to something that, oh, relatable. Like I see people who are doing the job that I do or who look more like I do or like my friend does. That's absolutely amazing that they took that initiative to do that.
And you hit the nail on the head because the two buzzwords that keep revolving around the goals of Miss 2.0 is being real and being relatable. To be able to strip that down and to come across to our society as this is what a Miss America is today. These are our goals. We're trying to be progressive and change our mission while still keeping on to the history and the amazing women who have competed before us, because we have over 100 years worth of history of great women going out into the world and doing some big things.
Oh, yeah. And I love that you said they had a behind the scenes interview for it. Because, I mean, I'm sure everybody, I know I am, you're always different in front of the camera, different behind the camera. I've seen different clippets of, I can't say for sure it's a Miss America pageant, but of different pageants where they're coming up and you're yelling your name. And I'm sure you're such a different person on the stage than you are off the stage. So the judges can get more of a feel of who you are truly and your actual energy and who you are. And I'm sure everyone who competes is an amazing person. I don't think you can make it into that competition without having a good heart, being a philanthropist, but that's so awesome. It gives you a more in-depth view of it.
Absolutely. And I mean, I really feel that after meeting and getting to know some of the girls in the system, when I competed for the first time last year on the Miss Florida stage, I've myself have been a competitive dancer for I've danced over 20 years. And
Wow.
in South Florida, competition dance scene is pretty big. So I've been in a lot of dressing rooms before and in a competition setting. But I have to say, one of the most surprising things that I took away from that week of competing at Miss Florida last year is the type of atmosphere and camaraderie that is in those dressing rooms. I've never been surrounded by women who were all competing for the same job, where I'm sitting next to two veterans on either side of me who are like, do you need any touch-ups with your makeup? Oh, I have this. Oh, do you need a brush? Like, oh, here,
Love
let me zip you
that.
up. There was absolutely, it was the best experience in that sense. That truly changed my experience of, wow, this is way more. Sometimes you have those miscongeniality moments where you see her in the dressing room, everyone's fixing her up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, help this girl. That's exactly what it was like backstage. I was like, who would have known that it's the most amazing people? So very genuine. Definitely think what they're projecting on stage, it's truly reflecting what these people, how they are backstage as well.
That's amazing to hear because you hear so many. I mean, I've seen, not that, movies are real or whatever, but you've seen like Biscuit where everyone's so rude to each other, or Dumplin', that's the movie, not Biscuit. Dumplin', where everyone's so rude to each other. And you've seen Dance Moms where everyone's fighting behind the scenes. And, I told you about before, I knew someone who competed who was Miss Sarasota for a few years and years back. And I've heard stories from her and seeing what she had to go through to get ready for it because she was so scared of the visual aspect versus now how it's more about your personality and how you're saying everyone's so kind behind stage. It's so different from what I thought, and I'm in such a good way. Like, I'm so much more now, or I guess I'm less reluctant now to say, like, oh, I would never do a pageant, or like, oh, whatever the bad things. Now I'm like, oh, okay, this does have merit. This is less of what you think of as the pageant. And I keep repeating because it blows my mind a little bit that you always think of, the very cynical, like, pageant, just about looks, whatever. And that to hear what it truly is about how much it is a sweet of a person and the friendships you can make backstage, it sounds like. I mean, I don't know. I can't say enough about it that it makes me so happy that that's what it truly is and that's what they're becoming. And it seems like they're succeeding in putting that image out there. And I want to know,
And
for you coming
there's
up,
a
are
lot
you going to
more
be...
there's a lot to gain out of it. I mean,
Oh
just the
yeah.
networking, opportunity, everything that comes out of it.
That's awesome. And you're competing in, you said Miss Florida in August, correct?
Yes. So originally for this year, the competition, I should say, was scheduled for finals on June 13th. But because of everything going on right now, we've made sure to change all our social initiatives, all the appearances we do go out and make in the community. Everything's been adapted, made virtual. All the candidates have been doing their best to really change things up and go online. But we got our confirmation that we have been rescheduled for August 5th through 8th. So finals being on
Awesome.
August 8th. So I'm
And
just happy that there's a date and there's a plan and we're still making it happen.
that's awesome. And how can, I mean, is there anything that we as the public can do to support you for becoming Miss Florida? Is there some kind of voting or we watch or
So I wish there was some voting aspects of it. That'd be fun. But
like
the way
American
that
Idol style?
people,
I'll text
yeah,
in.
right, like call it, text in for your candidate. The way that people can help me right now is follow me on my Miss St. Petersburg Instagram accounts. Tune into my Facebook page where I'm promoting my initiative, which my personal initiative is called TAP because I'm a tap dancer, and it stands for Turn Up Artistic Participation. So really focusing on community engagement with the arts. And that's just my personal,
Awesome.
my platform, my passion, what I'm trying to change out in the world right now. And so by following us, you can also tune into the Miss Florida organization's Facebook page if you want to keep up with all the candidates right now. And if you wanted to come out to the competition, if you're looking, all things hopefully good to go out and travel around our state by
Hopefully, hopefully.
August, the competition will be at the FP Funding Center in Lakeland, Florida. So right in the center of the state is also a way you can help me and tune in. So those are just a few ways, but keeping
That's
involved,
awesome.
keeping informed,
That's awesome. Tell us
everything
more
helps.
about your initiative. I know I've seen you do the crafts. I saw you make the bumblebee, which was adorable, the little shaker. Tell me more about how'd you get started in that? How'd you come up with that or get involved with it?
So when I first had the idea of competing for a local competition for the Miss America organization, I learned about what platforms are. And a platform is really every candidate creates their own, whether it's a partnership with a philanthropic organization, starting up their own initiative. It's what they really want to commit their year of service towards to help in the community and the state. And so I was thinking of ideas, and as a dancer, I've always felt that dance has taught me so much more than just dance. When I went up to Florida State for college, there was no tap dancing team, and that was always my personal passion. So I helped start a tap team up, and we grew to a team of over 40 people to dance around the city and the capital city. And so that was another outlet, not only to give for the 40 up to 40 girls that I had on the team at one time from all different backgrounds, from all over the state, to be able to continue their passion and their outlet and expression. But it also is involving the community and showing what tap dancing is, and maybe inspiring some young ones watching to get informed. And so that kind of advocacy that I've always done for tap dancing, I wanted to do on a larger scale because I can't get everyone to be involved with tap. But
Yeah,
what
I
I
have no
could
rhythm.
do,
I would just fall, fail. That's
right? And everyone has a different outlet too. For me, it's always been dance, but the way that any art form can help benefit and influence someone's life, and I really feel it's for any age and any ability, the value and life skills and lessons that you can gain out of those artistic expressions is limitless. And so I was playing around with wording, and I was like, as much as I could take the opportunity to focus on funding for schools, I just strongly believe that community engagement is where we should be focusing and increasing community engagement to bring insight into organizations that are already in existence. There's a lot of community centers, art organizations that, with connecting together, that's the way we can increase our participation to get resources out there to people in need who may not know they exist otherwise. So
yeah.
I volunteered with local art organizations, with COCA up in Tallahassee, which is the Coalition of Arts and Culture. I've been
Nice.
able to, while down in South Florida, I've been able to help volunteer and work with over 11 Girl Scout troops to earn their dancer badge, which was really
That's
fun to
important. I
do.
remember that badge.
Oh, were you a Girl Scout?
I was a Girl Scout all through elementary school. I got like maybe 4 badges because our troop didn't do anything. But we like sold mad cookies, so it was great.
Oh, the cookies are the best part, man. So that was really fun way to give back. And, we didn't just dance and move and groove, but I was able to lecture and help the girls understand how important it is to get physical activity in their day, understand how music can help them. Whether it's healing, whether it's expression, it can do so much. And recently, my other thing is I've been able to reach out to a statewide organization, and it's called Arts for All. And they're
Huh.
fantastic in bringing arts and outlets to those who are differently abled. And so they have a lot of different resources. They have a lot of free seminars that you can attend monthly to get informed, whether you're someone like me who's just an art advocate, or whether you're a teacher in a school or volunteering for certain programs, to make sure you're getting the right art education to then go out and spread that love to other people. And so those are just a few of the ways. While at home, I've been, like you said, doing arts and crafts and story times and anything I can do virtually from my outdoor patio. But
Yeah.
it's the little things that I've been trying to keep up with and see how I could do my best to engage everyone and get them on board with tapping into the arts.
Yeah, I mean, that's incredible to do. I know, one, the story times, not even talking about the arts and craft yet. The story time is such a huge thing. I've seen so many videos of people who, have parents or siblings who would help take care of them who are in the military or they're overseas or they're quarantined somewhere they can't get back. Or, the parents are both essential, they're working. To have someone to be able to look up to be able to say, I can log in and go on a story time. I can get a bedtime story time. I can be able to look up to this person and get my story time. And oh, I'm bored after school, my parents are essential workers or someone's quarantined, to be able to log in and do the crafts. Especially this differently abled is amazing. We have a piece up here from, it's called Artists with Autism, I believe, and this was much before quarantine. We brought them in, and to see their faces light up, to see their pieces displayed, we have them in our gallery, is so amazing. And you said they're hosting free virtual seminars.
Yes, there are that's what I'm trying to get out there right now. There are so many free and trying to be accessible outlets that you can use right now, whether that is I've tried putting out some coloring pages. I'm trying to get some
Oh,
more out there soon so that people can print from at home. But there's a lot of different online free concerts going on. Different museums
yes.
in Florida have now gone on their website and are doing free virtual tours of their museums. You could go visit from your computer or phone screen, which is
I
really,
just
really
saw that.
cool.
I just saw that
But
there's an aquarium that's trying to get people to like virtually visit because their eels are like burrowing in the sand because there's less visitors. They're forgetting that humans exist and they're starting to burrow or something.
oh,
And oh, I
well,
love
I
that with
mean
the
that's
museums.
incredible though that we can do that now with
Yeah,
technology. So those are
that's
just a few
amazing.
ways. But yeah, there's a lot of things that are out there right now that are going on. But on the flip side, like you were mentioning, for people who are busy or don't have the privileges to be able to, have a loved one right now for
Yeah.
24 hours in the day while we're all at home, it's important to use those resources. It's important to step outside, go for a walk. It's just as important to tap into those creative sides of dancing, moving, creating something with your hands so that you're logging off screen for some of that time too. Since, I've been spending so much time on my computer and on my phone, and it's good to step away from that too.
Yeah, I am definitely feeling that blue light strain from all the screens. And
Oh,
to keep your
yeah.
mind active. I don't know about you. I don't know about anyone else, but I have been feeling that like mind turning into goo when all I do is I'm just staring at the screen and I've been playing Animal Crossing nonstop because I have an addiction to video games. And I've stopped. Thankfully, I have people in my life who have forced me to go out and work out. But yeah, to have that again, someone there, someone that they can look to, and you're teaching them how to dance to get out. It's not something you need special equipment for. It's not something you can just, I'm sure barefoot sneakers on tile. You won't get the same, like the nice satisfying click clacks, but at least you get the moves
No,
down.
it's not the same, but it's a something. And right now, that's just a something you can grab onto and use and hopefully help. And I associate arts with healing so much, especially my hometown being Coral Springs, Parkland area. We've seen, especially within the past couple of years, how art has used
Yes.
itself as a way to heal. And during this time, we're reminded yet again, when the world is shutting down, what is everyone turning to but the arts? And it's amazing to see that. And it's a nice reminder of how important and vital the arts are for those reasons.
Yep, I would dare people to say all the people because I went to theater school. I graduated with a BA in theater. So I dare anyone who's out there who's like, you're not going to make a living in arts. Say it now. Say it after quarantine. I dare you people. That's like my biggest thing. I'm
Exactly.
like, this is amazing that art is doing so much and so much beautiful. I mean, I've been hearing music from independent artists. I've been hearing, like you said, people are choreographing dances, beautiful art pieces coming out of this, out of pain. And, I hate to say pain, but out of bad situations. There's
There's
nothing
a
more
lot of
expressive than
grieving
art.
going on.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for telling me about all this. I'm so excited to watch it. I'm not gonna lie, I never thought I would be tuning into any type of pageant, but I actually am gonna watch this because I'm very excited about what they stand for and how you really have changed my mind about it. I'm not gonna lie. I never in my life would have thought I'd been tuning into one. So I'm excited to see you compete. You're gonna do amazing. I'm very excited that I'm speaking to the next Miss Florida.
Oh, please. Oh, thank you.
I
We
bet
can
when
only
you win,
hope.
you have to come back on.
Oh, absolutely, for sure. You can't forget who helped support you along the way. Trust me.
Awesome. Well, thank you
But
so much. I'm really excited to talk to you soon and to watch you on TV. And I'm going to put out, if you want to send me the links to your Instagram and your Facebook page, I'll be sure to link them on the video once I
absolutely.
actually get back on the computer to do it. And
And
thank
for
you so
anyone who
much.
may not be able to make it to Lakeland, I don't know that it's been announced yet, but last year they were able to have a live stream of the competition.
Oh,
So if they go that route again this year, I'll be sure to send that over to you as well because
yeah.
that's
Send that
another way
over.
you
I
can
want to
help.
blast that out.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate what you're doing. These real talks are so important to everyone right now. And I can't wait to keep in touch. Thank
Oh, well,
you.
thank you so much. And yeah, come back anytime. Let me know. Have a great day. Stay safe.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Awesome. I'm so excited that we got to have her on. I know we've been talking for a few weeks because we have had crazy schedules, but I will post all of her links either down below in the comments or when I share it out above somewhere because that is, I mean, incredible to me. I was always someone that when I thought of pageants, I'm a very cynical person on. Like I said, I was always a person saying, I'm not going to watch it. That's all about looks. It's so superficial. And through the past few weeks of talking to Lana, I have to say, I am wrong. I have no problem saying that. I was completely wrong, especially with how they're rebranding to have relatable people on, less about looks and more about who you are as a person and what you're doing. That's incredible. I hope we've changed a little bit of you guys' minds too. Please go follow her accounts, follow this account, share the video out if you like it, get some more info out there on pageants, and I will see you guys on Wednesday with a new guest that I have who's also doing some artistic stuff that can brighten your day a little bit during the quarantine. And I hope you guys have a great day.